And with that, we say hello to CBS Sports lead NFL reporter Tracy Wolfson here on HQ with us. And Tracy, you were there last year. The hype is real leading up to this matchup. Kind of take us back, though, what you saw in that divisional matchup.
Yeah, certainly one of the best games I have ever been a part of. It actually reminded me of the kick six in Auburn, Alabama, when I was a part of that one, where the unexpected happened, right? So they're going back and forth, and it's what you expected going into it, where it was a tight one. But certainly when they decided not to kick it or squib kick it and they kicked it deep, and you give Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds to work with. But I was on the sidelines of the Chiefs, and I remember being like, okay, I got to connect with the Bills and make sure I get Josh Allen. I'm like, 13 seconds, right? I'm like, we're just going to have to prepare here. And I can't believe the Chiefs are going to lose on their home field. And this is the Bills and Josh Allen's time. And then sure enough, we know what Patrick Mahomes does in 13 seconds to tie it up. It was incredible, and certainly going to overtime. And when they won the coin toss, you saw it in Josh Allen's eyes, oh no. And Patrick Mahomes does what he does, and Travis Kelce does what he does, as we saw last night. And, as they say, the rest is history. But it certainly adds to the rivalry between these two teams and makes this one coming up this weekend, even more exciting.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs pulling a fast one on you there last year. What have you seen from these two squads, though, after 5 weeks of play so far leading into that rematch?
Yeah, they're both, really interesting because, of course, no one knew what to expect with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Andy Reid with losing Tyreek Hill. But I do think, it certainly was an adjustment period, but they had the time to adjust. They worked all in the offseason. They worked over the summer to prepare for this. And so I feel like they're a better team in the sense that they can utilize all their weapons. And it's not just sometimes being forced to one guy. Although that guy is now Travis Kelce, but it seems hard to contain him even when you are focusing on just him. And then you look at the other side of the ball, and you have Josh Allen and the Bills and that offense clicking on all cylinders. And we just did the game against the Steelers, jumping out to a big lead. You can't do that. You can't allow the Bills to jump out to an early lead like that because it's really hard to catch up to them. And they have certainly one of the best defenses in the league as well. And Sean McDermott, Leslie Frazier doing a tremendous job on that side of the ball. And remember, they're 4-1, and they basically played the whole season with a ton of backups stepping in. It shows how deep they are. They feel really confident with these guys. Brandon Beane has done a really good job, not only getting, guys that fit into this team and the environment, but building the culture there. And same with Brett Veach on the side of Kansas City. He had to let Tyreek Hill go in order to make sure that he saved some of these other guys that are the future of this team and the defense, and build this defense. It's a new defense. It's a young defense, but they bring energy and, this it factor. So, they're two kind of teams that are coming in 4-1 and still a lot on the line, even though it's just week 6.
Both, of course, looking for their 5th win this season in that matchup there between the two. And you mentioned a word earlier, rivalry. Are we looking at this maybe not just the best rivalry in the AFC, but maybe the entire league when it comes to the Bills and Chiefs?
I believe so. I cover the AFC, and this is the rivalry that I'm kind of in on, right? So when I did the SEC, I would think Auburn, Alabama, yet I went to Michigan, and I understand the Big Ten, Michigan State, and Michigan and Ohio State. So I understand that maybe others, the Cowboys, might think it's the Eagles with their game coming up, or the Giants in the NFC East. But for me, being in this AFC environment and watching the Chiefs and the Bills right now, it reminds me a lot of Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. I had the opportunity to cover those two with Denver and New England over and over again. I see Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, these two teams setting up just like that.
The way it panned out last year changed, Tracy, that you have your running shoes on?
Oh, no doubt. I will be wearing sneakers for this one.
All right, there you go. Tracy Wolfson, appreciate your time breaking that all down. Bills and Chiefs, of course, the rematch from that divisional round. As always, can't wait to see the game. Taking a look at the schedule for CBS when it comes to Sunday, of course. Plenty of games on tap starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. You got the Ravens against the Giants, Patriots versus the Browns, Bengals against the Saints, but of course at 4:25, that game we all want to see. And Tracy Wolfson, of course, will be on the call there with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. Oh boy, maybe a rematch of that AFC divisional round. We'll see. You have to see it on CBS.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.